It's your boy coming at you with the hottest leaks from chapter 266, and let me tell you, it's about to get wild. We've been waiting for this moment for whole 2 weeks, and Gege Akutami is not disappointing. This chapter is straight fire, and I'm hyped to break it down for you. If you're new here, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on these JJK breakdowns. Now let's dive into this insane chapter and see how our boy Yuji might just have what it takes to beat Sukuna. Alright, before we jump in, let's do a quick recap for those who might have forgotten. Last time we saw Yuji unleash his domain expansion, which was a total shock. Like, who saw that coming? Sukuna was caught off guard and we were all left hanging, wondering what Yuji's domain could do. We also saw Megumi's soul start to resurface, which was a glimmer of hope in this crazy battle. The stakes are higher than ever, with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. Now we're picking up right where we left off, and things are about to get even crazier. So the chapter kicks off with Yuji having a heart-to-heart with Megumi's soul. And man, it hits right in the feels. Megumi's talking about how he wanted to create a fair world for Tsumiki. And it's just, damn, you can really feel how much he cares about his sister. He goes on about his dream of a simple life, you know? Just chilling, doing laundry, hanging out with Yuji. It's wild to think about how these characters, who've been through so much, just want some peace. But this is Jujutsu Kaisen, and we know happy endings don't come easy. It's a powerful moment that reminds us what they're all fighting for. Okay, so here's where things get real. We get this bombshell about Yuji's past that I did not see coming. Turns out Yuji's grandpa had cancer and chose euthanasia. Like, whoa. Remember way back in episode 1 when we saw his grandpa in that room? Yeah, that hits different now. This experience shaped Yuji in a major way. It's why he understands that everyone's got their own way of dealing with life's challenges. This revelation adds so much depth to Yuji's character and explains why he's so determined to save everyone, even if it means sacrificing himself. It's heavy stuff, but it makes Yuji's journey even more impactful. Alright, now we're getting to the good stuff. The soul talk is over and it's time for Yuji and Sukuna to throw down. And let me tell you, it is intense. We're talking full-on, no-holds-barred brawling. Yuji's not holding back and neither is Sukuna. It's like watching two heavyweight champions duke it out, but with cursed energy flying everywhere. The artwork in this chapter is insane. You can practically feel the impact of every punch. This isn't just a battle of strength, it's a battle of wills. And Yuji's showing he's got what it takes to go toe-to-toe with the King of Curses. Now here's where things get interesting. Sukuna might be stupidly powerful, but he's not at 100%. Turns out Gojo's infinite void is still messing with his head. Like, imagine having the world's worst hangover, but it's from a domain expansion. That's what Sukuna's dealing with. He can't even use some of his techniques safely because of it. It's wild to think that even after all this time, Gojo's still influencing the fight. This is huge for Yuji because it means Sukuna's not at his full power. It's like fighting the final boss, but they've got a debuff. Still dangerous, but it gives our boy a fighting chance. Okay, so Sukuna's pulling out all the stops here. He's using this technique called Hollow Wicker Basket to counter Yuji's domain. It's like a budget version of a domain expansion, but Sukuna's making it work. He's keeping his hands in this specific position to boost its power, which is pretty clever. But here's the thing. It's still not as strong as a full domain. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, but the knife is really, really sharp. Sukuna's using every trick in the book to stay in this fight, and it shows just how much of a threat Yuji's become. Our boy's got the King of Curses on the defensive. Yo, the fight scenes in this chapter are absolutely insane. Gege Akutami is really showing off here. We've got Yuji and Sukuna bouncing off walls, trading blows midair. It's like a crazy acrobatic show, but with more punching. There's this one part where they're just grabbing each other's faces and going ham with the punches. It's giving me major MMA vibes like that classic Don Fry vs. Takayama fight. The energy in these panels is off the charts. You can almost hear the impacts. When this gets animated, it's gonna break the internet, I swear. It's not just mindless action either. You can see the strategy in every move. This is peak Jujutsu Kaisen combat right here. Just when you think the fight can't get any crazier, bam, Megumi comes in clutch. His soul, which we thought was gone, suddenly resurfaces and he uses his shadow technique to trip up Sukuna. It's like, surprise motherfucker. It's a small moment, but it's huge. It shows that Megumi's still in there, still fighting. And more importantly, it shows that Yuji's not alone in this fight. It's a team effort, even if Megumi can't fully manifest. This little assist gives Yuji the opening he needs to land a massive hit on Sukuna. It's awesome to see the bros working together, even in these crazy circumstances. Alright, so we gotta talk about what's going on with Megumi's technique. Sukuna drops this bomb that Maharaga's been completely destroyed. Like gone, kaput, sayonara. And because of that, the Ten Shadows technique has lost its function. That's huge, right? It's like Megumi's lost his main weapon. But here's the thing, Megumi's still able to use shadows somehow. It's like he's found a loophole or a workaround. We don't know exactly what's going on, but it's clear that Megumi's not out of the game yet. It's got me hyped to see how he might evolve his technique moving forward. So Sukuna's pulling out all the stops now. He manages to reset his curse technique using the same method Gojo used, that reverse curse technique in the brain thing. It's a risky move, especially with his brain still messed up from Gojo's domain. But Sukuna's desperate, and desperate times call for desperate measures, right? This is bad news for Yuji because now Sukuna's got access to his full arsenal again. It's like the boss just entered their final form. The fight's about to get even more intense, if you can believe it. Sukuna's not going down without unleashing everything he's got. Okay, this is where things get really wild. Sukuna tries to open his domain, but our boy Yuji beats him to the punch. He opens his domain faster than Sukuna, and let me tell you, the look on Sukuna's face is priceless. It's like he can't believe what's happening. And honestly, same. We still don't know what Yuji's domain does, but the fact that he can open it faster than Sukuna is insane. It's a total power move. This is Yuji stepping up and saying, I'm not just a vessel anymore, I'm a real threat. It's a game changer and I can't wait to see what happens next. Now we get to the cliffhanger and boy is it a doozy. The final panel shows us this finger all wrapped up and weird looking. At first glance you might think it's one of Sukuna's fingers, but there's something off about it. The bottom looks all rocky, almost like mini Sukuna fingers wrapping around it. It's giving me Jogo vibes for some reason. What does this mean? Is it a new power-up for Yuji? Is it related to his domain? We don't know, but it's got me theorizing like crazy. This could be a major plot point moving forward, and I'm here for it. And there you have it, folks. Chapter 266 was an absolute roller coaster. We got emotional backstory, intense action, game-changing revelations, and a mystery to top it all off. Yuji's showing he's got what it takes to stand toe-to-toe with Sukuna, and I'm loving every second of it. Next chapter is supposed to be the climax of the arc, so you know it's going to be epic. What do you think is going to happen? Drop your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe for more JJK content. See you next time, fam.